Greetings, this is Bloodrulent, welcome back to Let's Play Lamplight City. And I was just noticing the screen and I wonder if that's the Lagia. I didn't notice the limb before. Alright, what were we doing? Okay. 36. Okay, I'm going to go there. Oh my god. I'm going to go to a lot of places. I think he told us we don't need to go to his station. But since I forgot, I think he mentioned that the station is clear.
That leads into a room with even.
Yeah, we don't get to go back there. Okay. Just making sure. It's been a few days. So I guess we'll take them by
This is
order.
what it's come to, eh? Braving the stench of human waste in hopes of finding a lead. Just make sure you stay away from the edge.
Alright.
Some sort of water treatment device would be my guess. For all I know, it could just be a fancy boiler for tea. Handy to know where you are. But why would anyone actually travel around the city this way?
So they can remain unseen. I wonder if that has anything to do with the serial killer. Which might be related to our partner's death too.
Another mysterious device. I was happier not knowing all this went on after I used the commode. Another mysterious machine. Who knew dealing with human waste involved so much technology? I hope those aren't full of what I think.
Begging your pardon, sir.
What? Who are you? What are you doing down here?
My name's Miles Fordham, and I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a sewer worker by the name of Cormac.
We needn't look no further. But what is this about?
I just have a few questions for you.
All right. Cormac will answer them, but don't dally for too long. It can be dangerous down here for anyone who's not trained as Cormac is.
Great, Cormac likes to speak to you about himself. The third person. I think that's the correct term.
You know a man named Ronan Lespay?
Cormac knows few men. People don't much like talking to a man who spends his days in the sewers. Can't really blame him for it. It's hard to get a stink off, so why bother even trying?
You didn't answer my question, though. Do you
That's
know
great.
Ronan Lespay or not?
Could you describe him? Cormac's got a better memory for faces than for names.
I have his portrait. Here, have a look.
Ah, yes. Cormac saw this fellow recently.
On election night?
That's right. He come into the bar, voted, went out. Looked drunk to Cormac, but then everyone at that place usually is.
Are they voting in bars? What kind of democracy system is that? Because we should adopt it. More people would vote, that's for sure.
You frequent a pub called the Silent Raven?
Yes. The Raven is where Cormac goes to forget about the day's work. The barmaid, Nicole, she's a good sort. We likes talking about the ponies down at the track. Nicky loves her some racing. She gives Cormac drinks for cheap in exchange for odd jobs. Nice to have your own personal sewer man, I suppose. She's really the only one Cormac talks to. There's a few others Cormac sees often, but Cormac hasn't spoken with them.
Cripes. This guy goes on, doesn't he? To be fair, you were warned.
We were.
Do you know anything about the murder that took place outside the Silent Raven on election night?
Murder? Ah, yes. The commotion out in the alleyway.
That's right. Did you see or hear anything?
It was a touch noisy that night, what with all the election stuff happening. But Cormac remembers the sound of the gun. One shot, and then shouting and hollering from the bar. A few people run outside to look at what happened. but Cormac just stayed in his seat and finished his whiskey.
So you didn't see the man who was shot, or who shot him?
No, keeps to himself, Cormac does. Makes life easier that way.
Could he be any more unhelpful? Actually, it's probably best not to find him.
Now this makes sense. Again, when guns go off, you hear it. I might be misremembering, but I thought the barmaid said, no, I didn't hear anything, it was busy. It was ridiculous, really.
Is it difficult being a sewer worker?
Difficult? Nah, it's a dream. Especially since they introduced all these steam tech treatments and purification whatsits. The only thing Cormac's got to do is check the little dial never goes into the red on old Belinda.
Belinda?
Aye, the purifier. She's a real special lady who's made Cormac's life so much brighter. Cormac makes sure to thank her each and every day.
Wonderful. You're talking to a lunatic.
Wasn't so easy a few years ago. Back then it was tapping on pipes all day.
Tapping on pipes?
To make sure they was flowing fine and not blocked. Cormac would take his little hammer and tap, tap, tap on the pipes to make sure they was ringing fine. You can imagine what that was like. Tap, tap, tap. Ring, ring, ring. All day, up and down, over and over. The tapping stopped, but the ringing never left. Still hears it to this day, Cormac does.
Wow, Cormac is living the dream apparently. And we will of course ask about the
Do you
election.
have any opinions regarding the election?
Cormac hears lots of things about Atwood, but he's the one what's got this new machinery put into the sewer system. It's still a joke for Cormac, so all that talk about being replaced by machines is just talk, for now. But Leroy says he wants to give the workers their fair chance, so Cormac can't argue with that. What about you?
I would have preferred Atwood stay in office myself.
They's all the same in the end, one way or another.
I know I mentioned it before, but
Says old Cormac.
I just love the election thing.
Would you be able to remove the cover of a storm drain?
Yes, of course, sir. Cormac's got the right tool for the job. Just a few twists from old Mary here, and any drain will open up like a Christmas rose.
Excellent. Would you be able to open the storm drain outside the Silent Raven?
Suppose so, yes. But Cormac ain't allowed to just open up drains as he sees fit. What do you want this drain open for?
To get to the murder weapon.
I believe there's a vital piece of evidence at the bottom of the drain.
You don't say.
It's quite true. It may even help me solve a murder.
Well then, in that case, Cormac will get the drain open for you. Come on, there's not a moment to lose.
I thought he would say, well then, I better kill you or something.
Right, won't be a moment. There we are.
Thank you for your help, Cormac.
Not a problem.
Good man,
Now,
Cormac.
if you don't mind, Cormac's just going to pop inside for a quick pint.
It actually worked really well. Great.
Detective work is a dirty job, but someone has to do it. Don't forget to roll up your sleeve.
I really hope there's something down there. Ugh. This is almost as bad as the time I had to search for that stolen necklace in a pile of horse manure.
I'm really glad I didn't draw the short straw in that case. Well,
Bingo.
how about that?
Wish the police had found this so I wouldn't have to carry it around.
Nothing else down there but dirty water.
Alrighty. Got us the murder weapon. Which we need to go to the what's that guy called in the mortuary? I don't remember his name. To see if it's the correct one. It's probably the correct one, but you know. So let's go do that. Go get some help from our friend the mortician, whose name I forget. With a cool outfit. Dr. Edwards.
Pardon me, Edwards.
Yes?
I found this pistol at the scene of the Lespay crime. Did you take a look and see if it was used to murder him?
It's all slimy. Where was it?
Sitting at the bottom of a storm drain.
Oh, I suppose that's not as exciting as finding it inside someone's intestines. Did I ever tell you about that post-mortem, by the way?
How would that work?
No, I certainly don't want to hear about it now. How long will it take you to analyze that pistol?
I should have something conclusive within the hour, if you don't mind waiting.
No, it'll give me some time to gather my thoughts.
Right. I've concluded my analysis, and this gun was definitely used to shoot Mr. Lespay. The bullet I removed from his body is a perfect match.
Thank you, Edwards. That is extremely helpful.
There's one more thing. I cleaned off some of the muck and found the initials JB etched into the handle.
Interesting.
My
JB.
expertise with guns is purely forensic, so I can't determine if this is the gun's maker or the initials of its owner. That's going to have to be your job.
Thank you, Edwards. Help is always appreciated.
JB.
I'll be going now, Edwards.
Take care, Fordham.
Do we know anyone with those initials? Emily, Dansford, Jimbo. Jimbo could be JB, I guess. Let's ask her, maybe she knows about the guns. I'm guessing our characters should know, but me as a person don't know. On the bottom of the gun it doesn't sound like a brand to me. Sounds like initials, but we'll ask her if we
Can
can.
we talk for a moment, Upton?
Certainly. What's on your mind?
Upton, I need you to put out a bulletin. There's someone I need found.
Oh, who's that?
I don't know his name. I only have a description.
All right, I'll need to ask you a few questions. Could you describe the man's height and build?
Oh, are you serious? I don't remember. I should have checked that before.
He's tall, with a large build.
All right. What color is his hair?
Oh, I should have saved.
I believe it's black.
All right. Do you know of any unique details that might make him easier to identify?
Both of those.
He has a beard, or mutton chops.
I see. Well, I'll put out the bulletin, but that's a bit of a generic description. All right. The bulletin is out. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Thanks, Upton. I appreciate the help.
Yeah. Wow, that was actually all correct. Maybe the all in black could be a better description. We'll leave it for now. Man, I'm curious. Would it save so? Oh, how overrode my save. Of course. I guess it saves anytime you move screens. Well, no, we won't know. Anyway, it's fine. Let's go to the opium then.
I wonder how many layers of advertisements you'd have to cut through before getting to the wall. Can't make heads or tails of it, but I'll bet you 10 crowns it doesn't say welcome.
I have no idea what it says.
What do you want?
I was told this was the place to come if I wanted to ride the dragon.
Oh. Well, why didn't you say so? Please, come in.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a man by the name of Darius.
Well, look no further. Welcome, friend. Sit, join me.
I'll stand, if that's
Musu.
all right. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Questions are the path to enlightenment. Answers fly by as birds on the breeze. But will a caged bird sing? That is the true question.
Wonderful. He's as high as a kite. This is gonna be worse than pulling teeth.
Well, he has mutton chops. But he is not dressed in black.
Are you familiar with a man named Ronan Lespay?
I know many men. Some old, some young, some rich, some poor. Some I know by name, some by face. But this man you speak of, this Ronan, he is unfamiliar to me.
I have a ferrotype. Do you recognize him?
Forgive me, but my eyes are blurry. I cannot make out his features.
Well, he's useless, isn't he?
Is he
Looks like
Scottish?
There's no way to snap him out of it, like there was with Dupre's kid.
How do we get him low, I guess?
You know anything about the murder outside the Silent Raven on election night?
Murder? Was it a murder?
It was. The man was shot in cold blood.
That would explain the commotion, as well as the sound.
So you heard the gunshot?
I did. I thought it might have been one of the voting machines making the noise. But then there were shouts, and people began to run.
Did you see or hear anything before you heard the gunshot?
I seem to remember hearing a man shouting a name.
A name?
Yes. It sounded like Priscilla.
Well, how about that? He's managed to be of some use after all. Assuming he's telling the truth, of course.
And does the name Priscilla mean anything to you?
Afraid not, young man.
Don't look that much older.
What can you tell me about the Silent Raven?
Ah, the Raven. My home away from home.
I would have thought that was this place. Unless this one is just the home.
Do you have many friends there? People you speak with often?
Yes, friends. I call them friends anyway, but really, what is a friend? Someone who drinks with you? Someone who shares secrets with you? Are those friends? My father used to tell me that the only two friends you had were your mother and the crown in your pocket. Well,
Someone who will stand with you?
now. So what does that
Or
mean
for you?
me?
I don't know, sir. I'm just asking about people you speak to at the Raven.
The barmaid, Nicole, she gets mad at me sometimes when I break things. But she's all right.
Have you ever conversed with a patron called Singing Tom?
Singing Tom? You mean old Tom Puffin?
I'm not sure. I was just told he was called Singing Tom and was a regular at the Silent Raven.
That's the man. I see him in here all the time.
In here, not just at the Raven?
Tom is a child of the poppy, just as I am. He truly understands the world as it is.
Do you know where I might be able to find him?
Yes, he's the choir master at St. Denis Cathedral. That's where he spends his time when he's not here.
You mean to tell me we have to talk to another one of these loonies? Wonderful.
The good old days when you could do drugs freely, I guess. But back then they considered heroin or later cocaine as medicinal substances. So, you know, the good old days, as I said.
Do you often come to this establishment, Darius?
Oh, yes. This place is better than any doctor or hospital. It has exactly the cure I need.
Cure? For what?
I'm ill, sir. Just as you are. Just as we all are. Infected by a terrible disease known as life.
Speak for yourself.
But spend a few hours in here with the intoxicating nectar of
Nice.
the poppy, and you'll find nothing can defeat you.
So did you manage to get out of here and vote?
Please don't bother me with such trivial matters. Why should I care who leads the government? As long as they don't outlaw places like this, they can do whatever they please.
Is this guy ignorant or just apathetic? Yeah, well, I don't know, and I don't care.
Funny, yes.
I was wondering if you could tell me whether you saw a certain man at the Raven on election night. He's tall, strong build, with a beard or mutton chops, dressing all in black and possibly wearing a cap.
Lots of people like that go to the Raven. I see loads of them every night. But now that you mention it, I do remember someone like that. He was a strange one.
How so?
I remember one of the times he came in, he was adjusting his hat. I could have sworn when he took it off for just a moment, his hair was bright red.
Crap.
How is that strange, exactly?
Because his beard was jet black. It was the oddest thing I'd seen. Well,
Maybe I should have
thing I'd seen.
spoken to this guy before I did
Beard
the...
went halfway down his face.
Oh, it was a disguise.
Well,
Okay.
thank you for the information.
Wonderful. This testimony is about as useful as a hole in the head.
That was very useful.
There might be something to it.
What the fuck? That was extremely useful.
Goodbye, young man. May you find peace and happiness.
She's not gonna be much help right now. Best not to bother her.
Was it the prices? No.
Poor horse. That fellow in the armor must have weighed a ton.
Dishonor you. Dishonor your cow. Dishonor on your whole family. Let's go back to the police station.
Can we talk for a moment, Upton?
Certainly. What's on your mind?
Can I try giving you that description again? I may have more details now.
Sure. More details will definitely help. Could you describe the man's height and build?
He's tall, with a large build.
All right. What color is his hair?
I'm certain it's red.
All right. Do you know of any unique details that might make him easier to identify?
I was told he was dressed all in black.
I see. Well, I'll put out the bulletin, but...
The red hair is a generic description? Okay, I guess we're missing
All right.
something
The
else.
bulletin is out. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
I wonder if he disguised
Thanks,
his
Upton. I appreciate the help.
size as well. Alright. Let's go. Maybe I should have spoken with everybody first and then do that, I guess.
Prayer candles? People think lighting one of these is gonna solve their problems. If only it were that easy. Also, what happens if they go out? Does that mean your prayer gets canceled? Shh. What? It's an important question.
Are we a believer?
The more I think about it, the more I want to test my theory about prayers being canceled if the candles go out.
Oh my god, the dick.
Well, that's all of them. Hope you made a wish. Now this is one intriguing chest. If only we could search it without arousing any suspicions.
I always love this, the sound the pipe organs make, sort of a favorite, kind of piano. I guess it's not a piano, but I don't know what to call it. I don't know what's called in English anyway, I do know what's called in Greek.
I'm glad you're not a member of this church. Sitting through Sunday Mass would drive me insane.
I beg your pardon. Are you Tom Puffin?
I am. How may I help you?
Miles Fordham, private investigator. I wanted to ask you a few questions.
Questions? Have I done something wrong?
No, Mr. Puffin. I simply believe you may have some information that I need.
Very well, then.
I had a synthesizer when I was very young. And it had different kind of sounds you can make from it. And one of them was a pipe organ. Always made every song sound just much better.
What were you doing on election night, Mr. Puffin?
Election night? That was ages ago, wasn't it?
It was 4 nights ago, to be precise.
Oh, you have to understand. I have trouble recalling what I ate for breakfast this morning, let alone what happened 4 nights ago.
Well, isn't that convenient?
Do try to remember, Mr. Puffin. It's quite important.
Well, I know I voted at my local polling place, the Silent Raven. And then,
So yeah, they did vote at the bar.
I'm
That's
not
genius.
sure, actually.
Do you know anything about the murder outside the Silent Raven?
Murder?
Yes, a man was shot. Did you see or hear anything?
I don't remember. I don't think so, no.
How long were you at the Raven that evening?
Not very long, I don't think. I went, voted, stayed for a drink, and then I left.
You recall what you did the rest of the evening?
Not specifically. I probably went home and went to bed, like I always do.
Do you recognize the man in this photo?
Is that? No. No, never mind.
What is it?
Well, for a moment, I thought it was someone else, but I was clearly mistaken.
So you don't recognize this person then?
Afraid not. Who is he?
His name is, or rather was, Ronan Lespay.
What? Is he dead?
He is. I'm trying to find out who killed him.
Well, I hope you find your man, Mr. Fordham.
Can we actually ask him who he thought he was at first? I don't see something here though.
Are you in the habit of using opium, Mr. Puffin?
I would have asked that.
What? Why would you think that?
I met your friend Darius. He told me you share a pastime.
All right, yes, I do enjoy a visit to the opium den from time to time.
From time to time? More like morning, noon, and night.
Have you found the drug has had any adverse effects? Memory loss, for example.
I admit I'm not quite as quick as I used to be, but without it, I'm in constant pain.
Is that right?
I fell
sucks.
off a horse when I was 15, and ever since then, my back's not been right.
Back pain sucks.
Doctors haven't been able to help. Poppy is my only comfort. I wish there were another way.
It might be worth seeking a more professional opinion about the effects of opium.
I think back pain has been one of the two worst pains I've ever had in my life. At some point I had an issue and I had to stay in bed for about a month with back pain. It sucked so much, especially the first week, since the painkillers didn't really do anything for me and I was doing shots, but yeah, that was a bad experience. So yeah, it sucks badly. I feel you there.
Does the name Priscilla mean anything to you?
Priscilla? What does that have to do with anything?
The name has come up in my investigation. Is it someone you're acquainted with?
No,
Probably a horse.
I don't know anyone by that name.
He certainly seemed concerned about her, though.
I don't know why I think that.
How did you become choir master of this church?
Oh, well, I studied music at the University of New Bretagne.
Oh yeah, the
Once
guy
I
is...
completed my studies, I began writing symphonies in hopes of securing a patron, but I had
said something
no
about
luck.
ponies.
So I decided to focus on choral compositions. I sent a few pieces to the bishop, and he offered me the position.
And you enjoy it?
Oh, yes, sir, immensely. I'm able to continue composing songs for our choir, as well as teach music to our young men.
So no.
I take my church duties very seriously.
What else do you do besides lead the choir?
Just a few things here and there, making sure the aisles and the pews are clean, tending to the prayer candles, and that sort of thing.
Let's not tell him we blew out all the candles.
So, what do you think of the election results?
All right, the election. Who won?
Leroy. He beat Atwood by a significant margin.
Oh, I suppose that's good. I think I may have voted for him, but I'm not sure.
Alright.
It seems that all the prayer candles have gone out.
Oh, that's how we check the
I keep saying there's a draft, but
test,
nobody's
maybe.
done anything about it. Excuse me for a moment, won't
I
you?
see. I see what you're doing, game. Maybe.
Let's hope this chest hasn't got squeaky hinges.
Dearest Ned, your last letter made me giggle with delight. I just cannot stop dreaming. Oh, Priscilla, so it's not a horse. Cannot stop dreaming of the day we can finally make our dream come true and be together as man and wife. I think it would be just the most splendid idea to get a puppy. I already began thinking of names. How does Woofy sound? So he does know Priscilla. It's a great name, by the way, Priscilla. I like it.
Could I have another moment of your time, Mr. Puffin?
Yes, I suppose so.
Let's see if I can ask him about the letter.
Do you know anyone named Ned?
Ned? Well, yes, I do. My nephew, Ned Bunkridge.
Your nephew?
Yes, why do you ask?
Where might I find Ned? I'd like to speak with him.
Is everything all right? Ned hasn't gotten into any trouble, has he?
This guy looks like Total Biscuit.
Always tell him just because
Throws
he's
me
training
off.
his body, that's no excuse to pick fights.
No, he hasn't gotten into any trouble.
Oh, well, he lives in Lyon, at 511 Parkside Terrace.
Right. Thank you for the information. I'll let you resume your practicing, Mr. Puffin.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Cool. Didn't give us any clues about the guy. So maybe Priscilla saw Tronan. And she spoke to Ned. Ned Bunkridge. He has the B but not the J. Unless he has a nickname or something. Well, I guess it's time to visit the nephew, but I'll do that in the next episode. For now, thank you for watching. As usually, feel free to leave a comment if you want to. Subscribe if you haven't, press the like button, always helps. You know the drill by now. I'm guessing every YouTuber must do this, I don't know how many hundreds of times. Anyway, I'll see you next time with more Lamplight City.